Hello IAPHS friends, I'm Quinn Valier and I am going to be hosting one of the mentoring tables at the IAPHS 2024 conference. And my table is going to be navigating the job market, knowing, communicating and advocating your value. And so table is open obviously to anybody who wants to join, but I'm going to specifically be thinking about early career and for those of you who are just finishing up your master's degrees, PhDs, and also thinking about making that transition from being a postdoc to something else, right? So a little bit about me. I am originally from England and I moved over here about 20 years ago now, but I work in the University of Houston's UH Population Health Initiative. So what's going on around here? Lots of things, but what's going on around here is that it's a very interdisciplinary environment, and so that's another thing I'm going to be hitting, right? It's like the interdisciplinarity and thinking about, again, advocating for yourself and knowing your value as part of an interdisciplinary team, because there is a certain kind of am I good enough imposter syndrome that hits us when we're with our other research colleagues, right? And then this entirely different environment when people are doing completely different kinds of research to us. And so that's another thing that I want to talk about. It's like how do we, when we are the expert in our interdisciplinary group, then how do we advocate for that? But some of the other things that we'll talk about, for those of you, I mean, some of you have already made this transition coming to graduate school, but what it's like applying for jobs overseas, how to think about managing jobs if you have a family or thinking about starting a family, and so really hopefully it's going to be just a good conversation about just having a good mindset about something that is of course inherently stressful, right? Inherently anxiety provoking, and because of that, and again sort of highlighting that aspect of knowing your value is perhaps understanding where some workplaces might not be a good fit, because I have some experiences of a toxic work environment, which is why I work here, which is not a toxic work environment. It's lovely. And so, looking for some of those red flags as you're perhaps visiting or interviewing as well. Those are some of the other things that we'll talk about. Okay, so that's enough from me. I'm really looking forward to IAPHS this year. I'll be presenting on my research on cancer populomics, and also I'll be chairing a session on health system science. And so again, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you all. And yeah, have safe travels.